Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Shay, and this is Shay from The Narcissist on TV, came from real life, and here's her story. Dear Ollie, you can call me Shay. Thank you for reading my other story about my coworker Geraldine, titled The Narcissist on TV came from real life. I'm trying to see the humorous side of cluster B disorders as I work on my boundaries. Here's my second story. Let's have a laugh at the expense of soon-to-be ex. Merry Christmas, Mom. Dad bought us a pool table. My four sons, 2 in junior high and 2 in high school, were elated. We'd almost walked into the house after spending Christmas Day with hubby's family at his mother's house. Almost. When we got home, I unlocked the front door, but the door hit something and wouldn't open enough to let me get through. I looked at the boys all standing behind me, and son number 2, who'd helped his dad pick up the table and bring it into the house, was beaming. He announced, "Dad bought us a pool table for Christmas." We all had to go around to the side door to get into the house. Hubby had already gone around knowing we wouldn't be able to go through the front door. Thanks for the heads up, Santa. As I rounded the corner to look at the pool table, it was glaringly obvious that someone didn't measure the room. Great. We can't use the front door anymore, idiot. He bought a pool. That's a child. What a man-child. Listen, I have some childish pursuits, but if you're buying a gaming table where it's the size that you're putting it in your living room, first of all, what's a gaming table doing in your that's supposed to be like in a gaming room, and then you can't even use your front door. Hubby's an IBEW electrician and always has a tape measure on his tool belt and a flat pencil in his ear. What the hell? He just wanted a big pool table. He didn't care. Wait, he doesn't care. Like, and the fact that he passes this off as a Christmas present for the boys, okay, who are 2 in high school, 2 in middle school, okay, 2 in junior high. What do they got? 6 years tops before the last one's out of the house anyway. So who's the fucking table for? The man-child. Oh, Merry Christmas. You guys, they're going to start me getting out of that house, and I guess if 2 are in high school, that means one that at earliest can be a sophomore and a freshman. But let's just say one's a junior. So you got 2 to 3 years before the first of the children are moving out. The gift recipients are moving out of the house anyway, moving on. How much time do you think your teenage sons are going to be spending in their parents' living room in their teen years as they get more and more and more interested in girls and other things and dating? Hey, let's go hang out in my parents' house that we have to go through the fucking side door to get into so we could play pool in my living room with my mom and dad. That sounds awesome. So who's the table for? So the fact that you're looking at it as a tape measure and that he didn't measure it out, he didn't care. He got the table he wanted. In high school and college, hubby worked for his father's company doing concrete work in the 70s. Think of the measurements used for pitch, grade, slope, and taper doing that type of work. I mean, come on. Right. Come on. Which means he didn't care. He didn't care. He got what he wanted. He didn't care. Hubby's mother sold furniture, did interior design, and always carried a small tape measure in her pocket. Again, see, you're overthinking this. You're overthinking this that like, oh, he just forgot to measure. He just didn't give a shit. He didn't give a shit. When she retired, she ceremoniously bestowed her tape measure upon me as though handing over the family crest. She was a small, petite woman with a huge ego who ruled over her 3 sons and military, Marine, Air Force husband with a white glove fist. Hubby's the male version of his mother. God help us, one and all. So as I'm looking at the pool table, what do you think pops into my head? Seinfeld. The episode where Frank Costanza turns George's old room into a billiard room they called the place to be. Through gritted teeth, I started to smile. The satire is never lost on me, and each and every time I ask myself, why does he do this shit? Because he doesn't give a fuck, because he's a man-child. And the difference is, turning George's childhood room into a gaming room, that's kind of normal thing to do. Not putting an oversized pool table in your living room to the point where you can't get through your front door. He does this shit because he doesn't give a shit. That's why. All we need now is Frank, Kramer, and the maestro to join us. Serenity now. Why had Hubby made such a major faux pas? Because it's not a faux pas. He did exactly what he wanted to do. It's because he's a man-child. More than once I heard him say, measure twice, cut once. Exactly. He did it on purpose. He just wanted a big pool table. He didn't give a fuck how he was going to get it. He didn't care. Today, with 2020 hindsight, I know why he was willing to take a hit as Saint Nick the hipster doofus. What better way to ruin a Christmas surprise than giving a white elephant gift, literally the elephant in the room. Festivus for the rest of us, and now the airing of grievances. He never enjoyed holidays or birthdays. I thought it was because he disliked visiting his mother as much as I did. Early on, Christmas morning, he'd run to the 24-hour drugstore to grab a tacky $5 Santa mug for me, making the boys wait till he returned before they could open their presents. Usually, right, because he's a man-child. He don't give a fuck about you. So why do you think he went out and bought this awesome gift for your children? It's about him. You got to understand. It's all about him. He's a giant man-child. He's a giant man-child. Usually prepared, I give them their stockings that had a video game, cash, and snacks. I'd learned to outsmart him at a game I didn't know I was playing. As I watched the boys playing pool, they kept moving and adjusting the table. Their pool sticks kept bumping against the wall. Again, what am I thinking? Frank's voice, serenity now. Only I'm smiling and my boys and I are having fun. All's right in my world. The boys play each other while hubby sits in our room watching TV and ignoring everyone. Does he play pool or watch his sons play, basking in the glow of his surprise gift? Nope. Is he pouting because we're laughing in frustration each time the pool sticks bump the wall? Who cares? I knew what he was thinking. Someone, preferably me, should be worrying about the silent treatment he was giving us. No can do. I was happily watching my boys play pool while scarfing down pecan pie and leftovers that we brought home from his mom's house. You know why he's scoffing and sulking? Because you're actually using the pool table. That's why. Like a child, he doesn't want to it really wasn't a gift. It was really you're now playing with his toy. And now he's going to go sulk in the other room and ignore everybody. That's why. That's why. He's a man-child. You're married to a narcissistic man-child. This is how a 5-year-old acts when they have to share their toys. This is how, like when your kid, asks you, hey, mommy, hey, daddy, wouldn't it be a good idea if we did this? Because it would, and they're really just, it's just a lame attempt to get something they want. He never outgrew that. So like a 5-year-old, he's actually upset that you guys are enjoying his toys. Hubby was hoping for a Christmas Day standoff and wanted me to be mad about the pool table. As usual, he hadn't consulted me, but I wasn't going to let him ruin Christmas, so I ignored him. No one dares tell him that he's wrong, so I pretend that everything was fine. Right, because he wanted you to get mad and then try to use that to turn your kids against you. You see what a bitch your mother is? See what I tried to do? But meanwhile, that pool like, everybody's a shield. Like, the kids are just nothing but shields to him. Nothing but human shields for his bullshit. By this time, the boys have all played each other, and the losers are calling me out for a game. I'm on a sugar rush from the pie, so it's game on. I haven't played pool since high school. My anger's gone, and now I'm ready to kick butt and take names. Let me say that hubby and I were always competitive with each other. He's smart, and he excels in sports. I, too, love sports and even tore my right rotator cuff trying to out-free throw the basketball with my oldest 170-pound son. Mama rules, you boys drool was my mantra for motivating them. I was outnumbered 5-1, but I loved it. So we rack 'em up, and the youngest son I beat quickly. He's now in awe of Mom. Next up, son number 3. Mom wins again, and this is driving him insane. Your husband insane now. This is blowing up in his face. Because you got to understand what his motive is. His motive is about him. And now you're playing with his toys. And now he's going to sit there and sulk because you're playing with his toys. More off for Mom, even with the handicap of bumping the wall with the pool sticks. Son number 2, pretty sure of himself, and the one who helped Dad with the table, is swiftly beat, shown the door, and sent to go get son number 1 for his beatdown. Mom wins the 4th round, and son number 1 start yelling at Dad that it's his turn to play Mom. Dad, someone's got to beat Mom. All 4 boys head to our room to get Dad. Show her how men rule and women drool, Dad. They're using my mantra. Oh, little dudes, it's on. Bring on the gun. Bring on the big gun. Guess who refused to play one single game against me? Hubby was razzed, hazed, and raked over the coals for an hour, but still refused to play me. Not once did he ever play me on that pool table. Ever. Right, because he doesn't want to share his toys. The narcissist never wants to share their toys. Never. That's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a 5-year-old that doesn't want to share his toys. Manipulative 5-year-old. Did I strut around? You bet. I'm a legend in my mind of my sons thanks to that pool table. Way to be Santa. I'll give you that pass now. All gifts lose their newness and shine, and so did that pool table. It was eventually moved into the den and pushed against the wall where it still didn't fit. It was used for Halo parties when my boys' friends brought over their Xboxes and TVs. Eventually became the biggest and most expensive clothes basket ever. Take that, Santa, and I'm still the best pool player in the family. Mama rules, Narcissist drool. Thanks for reading my story, Ollie. Hugs, Shay. That's what happens. That's what happens when you play with the narcissist toys. They break them themselves. They throw them out. Like, I don't want it now. I don't want it now. Understand something. The narcissist never wants to share their toys. Never. And that's what happened. And once it lost its shine, and then that's it. Nope. I can't enjoy it now, ever. So, that's what happened. So, thank you so much for your contribution in another story, Shay. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like a private video made, you'd like to sponsor a video for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or you'd just like to make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it growing, supported, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all of this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box below. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been The Narcissistic Resistance. Take care.